What's going on YouTube? Scruffchomp Gaming, back with some ranked singles content here. We are a week out before any Crown Tundra Pokemon are legal, so you're going to have to bear with me this week and just kind of sit back with some of these guys from Series 6. Series 7 will be starting November 1st through January 1st, so we'll get some good content in there. You already know Garchomp's going to be used. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait. But for today, we have this team. A Gengar lead, Focus Sash with Hypnosis, very annoying. We've got an Espeon, which was suggested from a user, commented on one of the videos and was like, hey, use Espeon. So we're trying to get some use out of Espeon there. We got Arcanine, an Intimidate attacker. If you don't have an Arcanine, you can use like a Terracat. The Incineroar pre-evolution with an Eviolite, also a valid option there. We got Inteleon, who unfortunately has Sniper instead of Torrent, but this was the only Inteleon I had. That's G-Max. And by the way, Espeon also should have Magic Guard or whatever the one bounces status stuff back. Unfortunately, I just don't have one. We got Rhyperior with Solid Rock, and then Ferrothorn for just a good wall. But yeah, that's the team. Let's jump into it and see how it does. Alright, we have an opponent. I like an Espeon lead, I like Inteleon, and I like Ferrothorn. Let's hit it. I believe Espeon outspeeds the Terrakion by 2. I know we outspeed the Urshifu. The question is, who's Focus Sashed? Sashed, right? Who's Focus Sashed? We don't want to run into Primarina because it's probably Assault Vest. And super annoying. Primarina's just super annoying. Magneton's cool. I like Magneton. We made a really good video with Magneton a couple weeks back. Diggersby, kind of annoying. Diggersby might have the Focus Sash, actually. I think we should play this as if Diggersby has the Focus Sash. The problem with this team is we don't have any priority moves. That is a problem with this team. Alright, so our opponent leads Rotom. Not the worst lead for us. Not the best. I am going to go for the Hyper Voice to activate our Throat Spray, and I imagine those go for a Volt Switch. We'll see. They could be Choice Scarfed. They probably are Choice Scarfed. Goes for Discharge, so they are Choice Scarfed. It's going to do a good chunk. We'll go for the Hyper Voice here. Not bad. So we found the Choice Scarf. The question is now, got Inteleon, which can outspeed us. I think we can. I think I feel safe Dynamaxing. I know the Discharge is not going to KO, especially in Dynamax form. Now that we've got the special attack boost, I think we can make this work. And if our opponent brought the right Pokemon, we'll be okay. Alright, there's the Max Mindstorm. Down goes Rotom. And now the battlefield's weird. There's no priority moves, which is great for us. Alright, now comes Primarina. Now, how does Energy Ball work? Or not Energy Ball. Okay, so we do have a Max Overgrowth, and it's 130, so that's great. I don't think our opponent's going to be expecting this. I think our opponent's going to Dynamax here, yeah, for sure. You almost have to, right? I think we're going to surprise our opponent, but we won't KO. We'll probably do maybe just under half, since it's not Stab, and since it's probably Assault Vest, and obviously these things are always super bulky. but more than happy to hit this max overgrowth. Yep, so about the exact damage that we thought. Alright, and now grass is all over the battlefield, and there comes a Max Geyser. That's fine. It'll rain. Primarina will get some HP back. But we have Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn makes everything better. We will be going for the Leech Seed here. I think Primarina did its job. We took out Rotom. The threat for Ferrothorn is gone. And we can get the seeds up. We should be in an okay position. Max Geyser won't do more than half for sure, right? Okay, it did more than half. That's concerning. But we do get the seed up, which is great. And we have leftovers and we have grass, so we could honestly get back to like a pretty good amount here. There's that. And then we have the Leech Seed. So yeah, Ferrothorn's feeling pretty good. We're going to go for the Protect to stall out the last turn of Dynamax. Should be pretty readable from our opponent, but that's fine. There's the Max Geyser, so now this should do a lot less. Perfect. Alright, and Primarina's going to recover from the grass, but so are we. Since we're grass type, we should recover more. Come on, Game Freak. Alright, Ferrothorn gets its lefties, and then obviously the Leech Seed. Alright, now what I could see is our opponent swapping out, and if they brought Terrakion, Gyro Ball would obviously be the better play, but I think we go for the little riskier Power Whip here, and they just stay in. Go for a Hydro Cannon. That's going to do more than I want it to, but yeah, not enough. We'll go for the Power Whip here, obviously, and it is enough to KO Primarina. Perfect. We will get the grass and the lefties. And I'm kind of hoping for Terrakion, because if it's Choice Scarfed or Rocky Helmet, will damage. There's the Terrakion. What I don't want to do is Protect. This is probably the last turn of Rain, which kind of sucks. Okay, he goes for the Taunt. That's perfectly okay. Gyro Ball's gonna hurt. Gyro Ball almost KOs. So that's pretty awesome. Don't know why our opponent was so scared to taunt us. And Terrakion will get a little bit of HP left, and we should win this battle no problem. And we got the lefties. The grass should disappear this turn as well. There it goes. Alright. And yeah, let's just go for another Gyro Ball. And our opponent goes for Stone Edge instead of Close Combat, which I think is odd. Probably just know that they lost, especially since they haven't seen my Pokemon in the back. And Ferrothorn, which is a common theme with this team, brings us another win. Setup by Espeon. Let's note that. The setup by Espeon and the clutch by Ferrothorn. Alright, interesting opponent here. Very interesting opponent. I'm not sure how we play this. I think we can lead an Inteleon. I think we can bring Inteleon. I think we bring Rhyperior. And Ferrothorn. I think our opponent's going to bring Lantern. I think Lantern makes an appearance. We'll see what our opponent wants to do. Obviously, they've got a Chlorophyll Leafeon strategy. I mean, that kind of it walls Ferrothorn, right? I mean, Ferrothorn really can't do a whole lot to it. I'm really not loving this team, if we're being honest. Hydrogen is a problem for us. Alright, they lead H/, which is interesting. We do have Max Quake we could hit. However, it's going to be weakness policy. So I think it's just best to hit a snipe shot, and it might go for a substitute. The snipe shot does a lot of good damage there. Alright, it's going for a stance change. A little concerned as to what it's going to do here. Just goes for a Shadow Ball. And that honestly might take us out. Alright, so we're good for one more play here. Actually, what they're going to do is they're going to Shadow Sneak. So we will swap out into Rhyperior. There's the Shadow Sneak. Now we could have gone into Ferrothorn there, but we have a much better follow-up with Rhyperior. Unfortunately, Max Rockfall is not very effective. Max Flare is super effective, but depending on who they bring out, that might not be a good play. If they switch into... I think we gotta go with the Max Flare here. We're gonna Dynamax here, which means our opponent is not. I don't know if they will try to Baneful Bunker or not. That much is not known. If they didn't bring Hydrogen, we're kind of in trouble, right? Yeah, it just goes for a Shadow Ball, so we're fine. They do drop our special defense though, so that's pretty annoying. Here comes a Max Flare. Easily take out the weakness policy, Aegislash. Alright, down goes Aegislash. And I expect if our opponent brought Hydrogen, they'll use Hydrogen, but I could be wrong. Now they're still going to have a Dynamax. Okay, so no Leafeon. Does that outspeed us? Probably. The answer is probably. So we might be in trouble here. Lantern probably Dynamaxes. We probably should have max guarded. Alright, and Lantern is going for the Dynamax. I think that's okay for us with Ferrothorn in the back. I think that's okay for us. Goes for a max guard. Okay, so we both thought about it. So he must be slower, right? Trying to preserve. I really haven't run into a whole lot of Lanterns. I know they're bulky. So the fact that our opponent can Dynamax, right, and they're faster, so I don't know what the Max Guard was for, personally. Oh, because you can't KO. Very low special attack. Okay. Well, we did have the Sun Up. You gotta remember we had the Sun Up. And that's going to activate our weakness policy. So a very important play with our Max Flare earlier over the Max Quake. And yeah, we take Lantern out easily. And we get that special defense boost, which will take us back to neutral special defense. And that's the last of our Dynamax. But we will get to see our opponent's last Pokemon, and we do have Inteleon in the back. And it's a Ninetales. Perfect, as long as it doesn't... Okay, it has Drought. I was like, as long as it doesn't have Drought... so this is actually kind of scary, right? Because we have Ferrothorn. I think it's going to want to Overheat. I think we just sack Ferrothorn. Right, I think we just sacrifice Ferrothorn. I kind of want to I want to stall at the Sun as much as possible. So that was a really good play for us there. And then we're going to protect. And I think what we'll do is protect twice. Okay, so it has Flamethrower, not Overheat. So it's either Focus Sash. Oh, we get the double protect. I think that's important. We'll obviously go for the triple protect. Can we get it? If we do, our opponent's throwing their controller, right? Nope, we don't get it. Okay. There's the Flamethrower. This will obviously KO. And all we're doing is stalling out that Sun. And Rhyperior has Protect, so naturally we'll hit it. There's the Solar Beam. Rhyperior protected itself. There goes the Harsh Sunlight. So we were able to stall it thanks to the double protect. And now we'll go with Earthquake. And Ninetales has to make a decision here. It goes with the Overheat. Yeah, that's your best play. And you do take us out. The reason that's your best play is because you're Focus Sashed. And Inteleon is too weak to survive the Life Orb. We know it's not Heat Rock. It is Focus Sashed. And we will end up losing this one. So it's Flamethrower and Overheat, which kind of interesting. Never mind, no Focus Sash. And we pick up the win. Thank you very much, Inteleon. Inteleon goes down too, but that's why we saved him. Alright, so very interesting win there. I can't believe you wouldn't Focus Sash it, and if I'm able to, I will check that item. But good match. We got an opposing trainer who also is using an Espeon. Very intriguing there. I think a Weavile lead is what we're probably going to see from our opponent. And we don't really have a great answer for that. Arcanine is an answer here for 3 Pokemon. So we got Arcanine. I think Ferrothorn is a great answer. I think Espeon needs to stay home. I want to bring Rhyperior, but we could Man, we can really get walled by Magneton if we don't bring Rhyperior, right? Who can cover that? Yeah, nobody. We gotta bring Rhyperior. I mean, in theory, Inteleon could, right? But it's got Sturdy, so it's gonna hit twice. And we'll have to see who our opponent leads with here. I like the Weavile. You know it's going to be Focus Sashed. Problem is we don't have a great follow-up for Weavile, right? I mean, we'll Intimidate it, we'll lower its attack. But we're still slower than it. Alright, so Weavile lead, kind of like we thought. Let's lower that attack. Alright, so we got some options here. Right, I wish this was Extreme Speed. We'll go for the Flare Blitz. Although that's probably not the right play. He's probably going into Dracofish. We could have Outraged. Yep. Good play by our opponent there. I think we really could have caught him off guard with that Outrage there. It's probably Choice Scarf, so we'll go into Ferrothorn. Hopefully we can take one of these. We do resist it, we're defensive. Perfect, Iron Barbs. We got a little bit of lefties. We should be fine. We need to go for the Leech Seed here. Because I imagine they'll switch out. Probably back into the Weavile. Yep. Decidueye. Oh, good play, good play. This won't affect it because it's Grass type. Okay, so we know our opponent's entire team. Our opponent doesn't know who we have in the back. I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball. I don't know what it'll do. Hopefully this thing doesn't try to set up. It just goes for a Poltergeist. We avoid, which probably saves us the battle here, if I'm being honest. I almost think we could Dynamax Max Steel Spike. Yeah, I don't want to switch in anything. Let's protect here. Goes for Swords Dance. That sucks. At this point, we need to decide that we're okay with losing Rhyperior. As long as this thing doesn't Dynamax. We could have Dynamaxed to there. I don't think that would have been the worst play in the world. I don't think it would have been the best either. Our opponent's probably contemplating Dynamaxing right now, not knowing what's in the back, which I don't think it has anything to fear. Alright, just goes for another Poltergeist. We're going to get attacked by our weakness policy here, which sucks. Yeah, that does massive damage. Alright, we do have a Fire Punch. It's just going to use Leaf Blade. Yeah, that's fine. We basically had to sack Rhyperior here. Alright, and this time, I want to see if we can outsmart our opponent. I don't think there's any way they stay in. I think Dracofish is coming. we'll see if this sacrifice of Rhyperior was worth it. Alright, so they stay in, so it wasn't. We should have gone for the Flare Blitz. So you gotta wonder, did they read into that? Because Outrage on Arcanine is pretty uncommon, right? Alright, goes for a Sucker Punch, and that does pretty good damage. We're gonna hit the Max Whirlwind, lower its attack, and not pick up the KO, which really sucks. But we will lower his attack, so we do reveal the Max Whirlwind, which isn't ideal. And I'll just set the Max Flare to weaken the water. And I imagine our opponent will go into Weavile since it's Focus Sashed. Nope, comes into Dracofish. Okay. This is winnable. We'll obviously go for the Max Lightning, which we hadn't revealed. The Max Whirlwind. If they Dynamax, I know we'll outspeed for sure. I think even in the sun, this Vicious Rend takes us out. Yep. So it is Choice Scarfed. We know it's locked in. Our opponent had a great switch in on us. And out comes Ferrothorn. And obviously we have to Leech Seed here. Luckily we do have the sun up. So that is one thing we got going for us. We'll see if we can ride the back of Ferrothorn here. I'm going to go with no. But you'd be surprised what the Ferrothorn can do. Here comes the Max Geyser in the sun. We'll resist this well enough. Oh yeah. Not very effective. Brings the rain, that's fine. Swings it to from a 0.5 to a 1.5 boost though. That's going to be big. We're going to protect next turn. Main thing is here is we should recover all of our HP. Absolutely wonderful. We're going to go for a protect. Stall out this Dynamax. And I think we can ride the back of Ferrothorn here. Alright, Dracofish goes for a Max Geyser. Again, we're protected, so we should be fine. Unfortunately, this battle is going to be pretty stally, but sometimes you have to do that on the ladder. We'll get a little bit of Leech Seed health back. Always nice to have. Alright. I'm just going to go for the Power Whip, because they're not going to swap out Dracofish this turn. Yep, another Max Geyser. It'll be interesting to see how much this does. A pretty good chunk. And we have a good little bit of damage there. And we'll get our Leech Seed health back. I'm a little nervous to see how much Vicious Rend is going to do in the rain. And he's had 1, 2, 3 turns. We're going to protect here. Our opponent would be very smart to swap. They don't. We'll go for that protect. We know they're locked into Vicious Rend. And I will be back at full HP. After the seed, Alright, and now I think we're at the point where a Gyro Ball can KO, along with Leech Seed. Right, because this thing's obviously super faster, way more faster than us. That actually does a lot of damage. We are in Barb, so I guess it actually worked out of our favor. We should have just gone for the Protect again. Or Leech Seed. Alright, rain stops. We've got 103. Now, I don't think most Weaviles are going to run Swords Dance. So, I think our best bet of winning this is to Protect. It's going to do one of two things. It's going to do Triple Axle or Brick Break. I don't think it has Swords Dance. We're going to Protect. Now Ice is neutral. Yeah, there's the Triple Axle, which probably KOs. If it hits, right? If it fully hits. I'm almost wondering, since we know this thing is Focus Sashed, I think you have to go play the Gyro Ball. I'm just thinking Leech Seed might be nice. We'll see what Triple Axle does here. First one, not much. Oh, we do Iron Barbs. Never mind. This was the right play. That was super dumb. And it only hit us once. So this should KO. Perfect. We ride the coattails of Ferrothorn, and we pick up a win. Sometimes you gotta stall out with Ferrothorn. And we almost made a really bad play and went for Leech Seed there. But we don't. Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed the battle video. We had a team there focused on Espeon from a user's comment from a previous video. We didn't get to use it a whole lot, but we did bring it out a couple times. It was okay. We really rode the coattails of Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn was definitely the MVP of the team, which I'm impartial about because it was kind of stally, and I hate stall teams. But sometimes that's how you have to win. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you like what you see, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're growing with the followers, which is awesome. I love to hear what you guys think of the videos and what you want to see in the upcoming ones. Obviously, the Crown Tundra DLC is out, as you can see here on the screen. We got a Jinx behind us. If you haven't, catch the playthrough that released the other day. And other than that, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video.